Navigation specifications based on ICAO navigation specifications. The ICAO navigation specifications are to be used by individual states, or regions, as a basis for certification and operational approval. An aircraft can be certified to a particular navigation specification with one or all of the required navigation sensors identified in that specification. The criteria for carriage of specific navigation sensors as detailed in a navigation specification will be driven by the NavAid infrastructure defined by the individual state or region. As such, it is possible that the aircraft is certified to a particular navigation specification but cannot meet the needs of the airspace because the navigation sensors do not match the NavAid infrastructure. Therefore, navigation applications in individual states, based on the same navigation specification, may be based on differing NavAid infrastructures. Airspace users must ensure that their aircraft have the appropriate certification and navigation sensors to fly in that airspace. Navigation specifications based on ICAO navigation specifications continue. For certain navigation specifications, a state may also mandate optional additional functionalities as defined in the attachments and appendices of the PBN Manual, Volume 2. Implications of cross-specification qualification. It should be noted that, if an aircraft and crew are certified for a particular navigation specification designator, it does not imply automatic qualification for a navigation specification requiring less stringent accuracy. For example, our NAV5 approval does not imply our NAV10 is satisfied. Similarly, if qualified or certified for an RNP specification, it does not imply automatic qualification for NAV specifications. Advanced RNP, ARNP. ARNP is a navigation specification specifically developed to cover all phases of flight under a single certification and operational approval. Note: high continuity is required for oceanic, remote continental operations.
During this video, it is important to remember that a navigation application is the application of a chosen navigation specification together with the navigation infrastructure that supports a particular airspace volume. So when an estate implements a navigation specification, they must declare what infrastructure supports the application, and the aircraft must be appropriately fitted with the same sensor to fly in that airspace. Let's look at an example. The ICAO navigation specification for RNAV1 says that the enabling systems may be one or more of the following: GNSS, DME-DME, and DME-DME plus an inertial reference unit. State A has implemented RNAV1 routes in their airspace. However, this state does not permit the use of GPS and has declared that the aircraft flying RNAV1 routes in their airspace must have the ability to fly DME-DME. The aircraft must be certified to RNAV1 with DME-DME to be compliant in State A's airspace. Clearly, State A must have an appropriate ground-based infrastructure with sufficient DMEs to support this navigation application. State B has also implemented RNAV1 routes in their airspace, but they do not have an adequate DME-DME infrastructure and have elected to use GNSS instead. The state clearly allows the use of GNSS within their airspace. An aircraft that wishes to fly in State B's airspace must be certified to RNAV1 with GPS. To repeat then, to fly in State A airspace, the aircraft must be certified to RNAV1 with DME-DME. To fly in State B's airspace, the aircraft must be certified to RNAV1 with GNSS. Clearly, an aircraft that is fitted with both systems is compliant to both State A and State B's airspace. If the aircraft is only fitted with DME-DME, the aircraft can fly in State A's airspace, but will not be able to navigate in State B's airspace. If an aircraft is fitted with GPS and certified to RNAV1, the aircraft can navigate in both State A and State B's airspace, but clearly in State A's airspace, this aircraft is not legally allowed to fly that route.